Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting transfer updates. We begin with the right back issue, talking about Joao Cancelo, as Barca have reportedly reached a pre-agreement to sign the Manchester City outcast on a loan. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, in this video, we're talking about this young La Masia left back Alex Valle, as Barca are reportedly finalizing a loan deal for the La Masia left back prospect to Levante. We are also going to be discussing on that. So as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Just a few hours ago, reports in Spain suggested that Barcelona were closing in on signing Joao Cancelo on a season-long loan deal with an option to purchase. Now, Adrian Sanchez has gone a step further and claimed that there is already a pre-agreement for the loan signing to take place. Barcelona, Manchester City, and Cancelo's agent, Jorge Mendes, will all meet next week to finalize the deal, with some aspects of the operation still to be resolved fully. FC Barcelona have been pushing so hard for the signing of a new right back at all cost this summer, all summer long, and Joao Cancelo has been the club's preferred target. Manager Xavi Hernandez wanted the 29-year-old Portuguese international in January, but the deal did not go through, and he once again pushed for the right back signing this summer. For a brief period, it appears as if the deal would not go through due to the finances involved, but the player's willingness to push for the move and Jorge Mendes' insistence seem to have unlocked the situation. So Cancelo will be joining the La Liga champions on a season-long loan deal with a purchase option inserted. Reports earlier this month had already suggested that personal terms have been agreed between the player and Barcelona. And with a pre-agreement now in place with City as well, the move should, in all likelihood, get across the line by next week. As such, if there are no major U-turns, Cancelo could be Barcelona's next signing, joining forces with his former Manchester City teammate Ilkay Gundogan. Of course, Joao Cancelo's name has been appearing again in majority of the newspapers as Barcelona have turned things around, turned things around in the form of going for Cancelo and being optimistic that the deal now is getting closer than ever. And I think if you ask many Barca fans a couple of weeks ago, they'll tell you that Barca won't succeed to bring in Joao Cancelo. Barca won't succeed, but now I think since the economic lever, the financial boost that came in 2 days ago, Barcelona have been able to do a lot of things like registering their players before this last game against Getafe. Of course, most importantly, trying to push for a right back, and that is why Barca are being optimistic that Joao Cancelo's move is now looking like a reality. Of course, it is also of the credit for the player Joao Cancelo, who have reportedly been the one also pushing for a move to Barca, as the player really wants to join the Catalan Giants, especially as he knows very well that at Manchester City this season, he won't have any future in terms of playing time. His issues with Pep Guardiola still persist. The player and Pep have not been in good terms since last season, and that is exactly why we saw him being loaned to Bayern Munich. But Bayern had the option to buy for 70 million, but of course, Bayern refused that they won't exercise that option, most especially as the player was not at his best last season, to be honest. So, but that have not deterred Xavi of insisting for the Barca ball to go for Joao Cancelo, as he sees him as an ideal player to be our right back next season. And talking about the right back, we have normally it's not like we don't have any natural right back. We have Sergio Des is a right back, right? But we saw in the game earlier today against Getafe that Sergio Des did not even feature in the squad list, and that tells you that Javi's impression of Des is still very terrible. Like Des is still far from Javi's imagination when it comes to his squad. Javi was really willing to give Des an opportunity, but quite unfortunately that Des did not make the best out of it. The preseason in the USA, Des was easily one of the worst Barca players on the pitch. And how will you expect the manager to give him trust? After last season, there was no trust. He is still trying to give the player another chance, only for Des not to use that opportunity. And when I think the fact that Des playing for AC Milan on loan last season, and of course Pioli, the coach of AC Milan, benched Des nearly throughout the season, especially during the second half of the season. Des playing just 14 games in all competitions. That tells a lot about the ability of Des and Xavi. From the way he did things today, Des did not even feature on the bench, which therefore means that there is no future, and therefore Joao Cancelo signing looks very, very necessary. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona have blessed with a number of talented young prospects who are eager to leave their mark in with the first team. However, in light of the ever-growing competition in Barca, opportunities to achieve regular game time are often scarce for these ups and coming talents. As such, Barca have sought loan deals this summer to secure a stable development environment where playing time will not merely arrive in patches. After securing loan deals for the likes of Julian Araujo, Pablo Torre, and Charlie Riyad, Roja has come out to claim that Alex Valle is the next loanee in line for Barca. As per the report, Barca is finalizing the transfer of Alex Valle to Levante. The left back has no longer entered Xavi's list of Getafe with his exclusion to sign of his imminent exit this summer. In just the next few hours, he is set to travel to Valencia to undergo a medical examination. The report further argues that there will be no option to purchase the prospect, which is indicative of the faith Barca places in Valle. Saint Alejandro Balde's rise in the left-back department and the potential signing of Joao Cancelo, which is reportedly advancing rapidly, the Catalan Giants will certainly not be short of options. Consequently, searching for a Spanish side that will allow Valle to grasp first-team football appears to be the ideal route for a player undergoing development. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.